yo. Welcome everyone. Welcome to the live streaming. Welcome. When you join, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up. So as you can see, I'm rocking my afro today. It has been a long time since I haven't rocked my afro. The last time I rocked my afro was in 2014. That is when I did a big chop, when I transitioned from perm hair to natural hair. Okay, so at that time I was pregnant with my eldest daughter. So I decided, okay, yeah, I'm gonna rock my afro today. Then after school run, I'm gonna just go and put back in my curls, but I just blow it out to get the afro. Okay, yeah, because I have curly hair, so I have to blow out my hair in order for it to be the afro. But I love how versatile my hair is, and I can do anything. I can be kinky, curly, straight, anyhow I want, I can do. And that's why I love being a melanated woman. So welcome, please. If you are new here, please consider subscribing if you are new here. And welcome to all you new subscribers. I've seen I've got quite a few new subscribers. I want to say a big thank you. Welcome to the family, and I hope that you will enjoy your stay here on my YT YouTube channel. And thank you for being part of the family. Welcome each and every one of you. Happy Wednesday. Hope you all had a restful night's sleep, and hope we all are in the best of health. If not, get well soon. Today's weather over here is raining. From this morning it has been raining, and it's still raining. I hope that the rain will subside, so at least I can go outside when I'm going to go and pick the girls from school. But nevertheless, today my youngest one have athletics, and I hope that she's not in the rain running. So yeah, she's in a competition. Yeah, I wanted to go, but I have to go for my my other one. So it will be the time it's finished, I won't reach back in time. Yeah. So yeah, and in this country they don't want you have to make sure you have an adult at home when the child is home. So I am not going to take the risk. So I want to speak to you on the topic today, self-love, and what does it mean to me. And so I'm going to share my thoughts on it. Okay, so I hope that you as well will also partake and be part of this conversation when we talk about what self-love means. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you, accepting yourself. For me personally, self-love means accepting yourself, right? When I say accepting yourself for who you are, a lot of times you find a lot of persons say, oh, I love myself. And then we ask them, why do you love themselves? They're trying to find the words. Okay? Accepting yourself for who you are, meaning you're going to accept yourself with your faults, your flaws. Accepting yourself for for your whatever race you're from, whatever culture, and how your skin tone. You understand? I love to use the word melanated instead of black, because I feel black is associated with slavery. So I rather use the word melanated. So I hope you love my afro today, but it will okay. So self-love means accepting yourself, meaning accepting who you are. That's me personally. I hope you will too as well. Accepting both our strengths, our weaknesses, because self-love means that we have to accept our strengths and our weaknesses as well. If you are someone who is struggling with self love and accepting yourself for who you are, I hope that today's topic I will be able to help you along that journey. Being kind to yourself, self-love meaning you have to be kind to yourself, being gentle and caring to yourself. The same how you extend your love and care for others, I want you to extend that love and care for yourself. I have been doing that because I've been on that journey for a long time, and now I'm in a better place now, whereby that is why I can come on here and share that self-love means to me. Thank you all for all those who keep popping in and out of the live streaming, and thank you all for the thumbs up. If you are new here, please don't forget to subscribe. And if you just joined the live streaming, I'm speaking about the topic, what self-love means and what it means to love yourself. Okay? Forgiving yourself. When you love yourself, you have to forgive yourself. A lot of time, that's why sometimes our journey seems long when we are on the road or on a journey to self-discovery or showing self-love to ourselves, is because we are not forgiving ourselves. You have to forgive yourself of things that you did in the past, okay? You have to forgive yourself, because if you do not forgive yourself for things that were happening in your past, you're gonna keep on holding onto those things, and that can be a stumbling block in your growth and your moving forward. Okay, letting go of mistakes, that is why I say your past, you have to let go. You make mistakes, you make mistakes, you let them go, you understand, and you move on. That is, mistakes make us who we are. We're gonna learn from it. So it doesn't mean we are imperfect human beings. It does not mean because you did something right, you have to hold on to that and keep beating down yourself every day. No, I want you to let go of your mistake and overcoming your self-critical. A lot of time we criticize ourselves and be judgmental to ourselves. I want you to replace that by giving yourself grace, telling yourself, like, listen to me, I was a time in my place where I was trying to discover who I am. I'm trying to love myself, I'm trying to find out the meaning of what self-love truly is. So at that stage, at that time, I was judging myself. So I want you to let go that stage now, and I want you to be less critical of yourself. When you do something, don't say, oh, you this. No, speak kind words to yourself, because that is the only how and the only way you're going to start to rediscover who you are. If you still finding if you are trying to give yourself more love and you are trying to find the meaning of what self-love is. Practicing self-care. A lot of times we forget to practice self-care. Self-care meaning you taking the time for yourself, pamper yourself as well, caring for your physical as well as your internal, also your emotional well-being, and also your mental well-being as well. So self-care, all these things incorporate with one another. So you always have to remember that self-love means all these things, and you have to. Thank you all for those of you who stopped by. Thank you all for all those of you who stopped by the live streaming and still coming in. Welcome. I'm speaking on the topic, what self-love means to you. So it's self-love means you have to be acceptance, be kind to yourself, loving to yourself. You have to speak positive things to yourself as well. So always remember, self-love is the best love, and I always end my live streaming by telling you the driving personal goal. When you have that acceptance and self-love, you're gonna start to find things that you're gonna discover about yourself. You're gonna want to ask, you're gonna start to question yourself. You're gonna have that urge, that drive, and that personal growth within yourself. You always gonna try to become the best version of yourself, always. So that is why I said always be kind to yourself. Speak lovely words to yourself. When something doesn't go the way it's supposed to go, speak, say, you know what, tomorrow is the next day. You try your best, speak life into your life as well, and speak positive things over your life. That's what self-acceptance is, self-love, and all these things, and caring for yourself. Be gentle with yourself. Don't be too hard on yourself. When you be too hard on yourself, what happens is, like, you always find negative to say about yourself. You will always, even when you are doing good, you will always find yourself. So always make sure that you find a balance in life. Make sure you find a balance of when you make mistakes, what are the words that you're going to say to yourself. So always remember that if you make a mistake, like for example, if you was trying to build, I'm just giving an example, right? I'm just speaking metaphorically. For example, if you're trying to build like a wardrobe, or you're trying to fit up a furniture, and you're reading the manual that it comes with. And when you finish, you realize that you missed some pieces, or you put it the wrong way. So instead of you to say, oh, I can't do that, you know what? Leave it, cool down yourself, and try the next day. And tell yourself, I tried, but I made some mistake. the mistakes that I make, I'm gonna correct them tomorrow. So you gotta go to go get a goal tomorrow. Don't feel like no. That is why sometimes we find ourselves keep on repeating negative things to ourselves, because when it comes to self-love, we feel like if we don't say something negative to ourselves, we feel like we are not achieving what we are supposed to achieve. We feel like, oh, the mistake is not supposed to happen. Mistakes are there to happen, and that is how we're going to learn. And always remember that self-love is the best love. That is why I decided to speak on this topic today, what self-love means to me and what is self-love. That is why I'm giving you some pointers. So at least if you're on a journey, or if you had those thoughts within yourself, at least I have opened up and I have shared them with you, my take on what self-love is and what some things that I've been doing, so at least you yourself can take whatever you want from me. Hope you are loving my afro. Staying connected to yourself is one of the things what self-love means to me. You have to stay connected to you. You know, a lot of times when we are on the journey of self-discovery, you have to stay connected to yourself. You have to see the growth in yourself. I have seen the growth in myself. For example, I remember when I started this YouTube channel, right? And when person used to comment on my comment section in a negative light, right, I used to answer them back. And you know, me from the Caribbean, you know, our mouth is not too nice, you know, when you get us on the wrong side of us. So I used to answer back person, and I realized that, you know what, it is not beneficial to me, right? It's I need to like ignore these people, and I make a conscious decision that, you know what, I'm gonna start answering them, because listen, when you feed into negative energy and negative people, they're always gonna come back. So what I started to do, I start to delete negative comments, block people, don't answer them back, and that is the growth, and that is the decision that I made. And because self-love is all about growth, you know, and things that you used to do and you don't do them anymore. If you are still doing the same thing that you used to do in your 20s, you still have a lot of growing up to do, and you have a lot of growth, and you still have a lot of self-acceptance, self-love, and all these things, because you are still yearning for people's love as well. These are the kind of things. I don't yearn for people's love, or, you know, because when you have love within yourself and you can create happiness for yourself, you do not yearn or you do not wait for other people to love you, because you already love yourself. We sit down too many times and we always ask ourselves, oh, why is this she not love me? If you can't love yourself, how you expect others to love you? And even if others don't love you, I always said, love yourself unconditionally, love yourself. Even no one else tell you they love you, you need to start to tell yourself every day, I love myself. You understand? And do anything that you are doing, do it for yourself. A lot of time people say, oh, do it because others might be looking in also. Listen to me. Even if someone is out there looking in at your situation or looking at how you are operating or how you are behaving, at the ending of the day, you have to live with yourself, and you have to live in that body which belongs to you. So even though somebody might have an opinion of you, or how they want your life to be, or how they want you to be, you have to realize that self-love and self-acceptance is all boils down to you and what you want. So always remember, put yourself first and love yourself. Stay connected to yourself. Keep in touch with those that support you. You know, sometimes you might have some people that support you when you are on this journey of what self-love means and all these things. But sometimes you have to do certain things alone by yourself. That's why you have to, why I said with self-discovery. Okay, finding a positive mindset as well can help you to discover your to accept yourself and know what self-love means to you. A positive self-image as well. Whatever you see in the mirror, if you look in the mirror and you do not like what you see, right, you have to question yourself, right? Something is wrong. You have to ask yourself, you see, when I look into a mirror, I love what I see. I see there is growth for things that I want to, but when I look myself in the mirror, I love myself. You know why? Because I have accepted myself for who I am. And that is something that you have to always realize. When you look in the mirror and you see a reflection of yourself, love the person that in the mirror. Love that person, because you are living with that person every day, which is yourself and nobody else. If you cannot live with yourself and you cannot accept yourself and you do not know what self-love means, do not expect to get it elsewhere. That is why a lot of times we find ourselves in relationship, friendship, or wherever, because we are searching for the thing that is right in front of us, which is self-love. Stop looking outside for things that you know that you have within yourself. Look within yourself for these things. You know your self-worth, know your values. These are kind of things that you have to have as a person who have accept who they are, who love themselves, and who do not wait on others person to validate who they are, because they already know who they are. Everybody is different. Everybody is different, okay? So that is why I say you have to love yourself and love yourself unconditionally. There's a lot of times we find ourselves searching every day for what is right in front of me. I love myself because I accept myself the way I am. I do not want to be somebody else because I love me. And the things that I love about myself, let me tell you something I love about myself. I love how I am a very open person, and I'm very I speak my mind. I speak my mind when something is not sitting well with me. I speak. I use my mouth. I open up. I speak about it. I don't let things stifle me down. One thing, I don't get my voice buried in any relationship. I've learned I need to speak up. You have to have love for yourself. You have to give yourself grace as well. You have to be kind to yourself. You have to have gratitude towards yourself and compassion to yourself first, so you can extend that olive branch to others. The reason why sometimes we are stuck in our ways is because sometimes we get so comfortable in wanting others to accept us. You understand, for who we are, and then sometimes we don't accept us for ourselves. Sometimes we want to change our physical appearance because of somebody else's opinion. You need to start to love yourself. Every flaws, every scar tells a story. Everything about you're supposed to love. Why are you reaching out and let people's opinion make you feel like you have to live for them? Live for yourself, my beautiful viewers and subscribers. Live for yourself. That is why I decided to speak on this topic, what self-love means. This topic is so big and so wide, and I think I will continue this topic Friday, because I have so much to say about this topic. A lot of things in terms of growth and understanding who you are. I never understand myself fully until when I hit 30. When I was in my 30s, I fully understand the reason why I was always looking out for people's love and looking for people to accept me, is because I didn't accept myself for who I am. I always used to ask myself, being a slim person, growing up, I always slim, right? And I used to ask myself, why is it? And you see, when you come to accept, let me tell you something as well. You have to accept your body the way it is. And if you want to do anything towards it, self-love is accepting your whole self. Accepting it. Whether you like it or not, you have to accept it. Yes, people will have an opinion. Yes, people will speak about you. Yes, people will say. But what are you going to do? Are you going to stop live? You listen to me. You have to live for you. You have to love yourself. You have to realize that you see this body, my body has carried. You understand? I've carried another human. You understand? Carried human in me. You understand? I've my body and my body, my skin have stretched. You understand? There's so much things that when you go through pregnancy, yeah, when I tell you about self-acceptance, pregnancy will humble you and it will make you accept a lot of people. That is why they have the problem. Like when you see, before you get pregnant, your body is in one, everything is TikTok. You understand? The snatching, as we said. But then after, when you get pregnant, your body expand. You put on weight, you get stretch mark. You understand? These kind of thing you have to accept. Sometimes you might get hair loss, you might end up get acne and all these things. But let me tell you something. Every time you think about that, think about the human. You create life, you bring life into the world, your body changes. These are things about self-acceptance, the flaws that comes with it. Accept your body. You have a scar, it's still a story. You understand? Some of us have scars that cannot be seen on the open, but we do have scars. Are you gonna look when you look at your scars and you accept them, that self-acceptance, that means you love yourself regardless of that. You understand? A lot of time people are afraid of stretch marks as women. You understand? You want to do. Me, I love my imperfection. That is what make me who I am, and I will continue to love them. And that is something I'm teaching my daughters, to love their imperfection, love their flaws, because that is who they are, and that is gonna make them love. You see, when you love yourself, you don't fix what is not wrong. A lot of times people fix things on the physical, but they are still broken inside. Is because they don't have enough self-love for themselves, and they are not fixing their inside. You need to start to fix your inside. Fix your inside, meaning start to love, pour into yourself more, start to love yourself, start to connect with yourself more and more each day, and then you will see how you want to be glowing, and you're gonna radiate, your beauty gonna radiate from outside. You understand? And always remember self-acceptance. Don't compare yourself to nobody. You understand? We are all different. You understand? We are all different. Don't compare yourself. I will never compare myself with nobody. You understand? Because comparison is a killer of dreams. Don't compare yourself. You understand? Love who you are. Love every bit and inches of your body. Love yourself. Every time you look in the mirror, ask yourself, say, listen to me, this body, I'm losing this body, I can't able to walk. Your body can do a lot of things where some person's body cannot do. You understand? Look at these simple things that we take for granted. Don't change your outer appearance because of what someone else might say. Always remember to love yourself, and love yourself always. And always remember, self-love is the best love. Love yourself unconditionally. Don't fix that what is not broken. Love yourself, and always remember that in all we do, even if you try to fix outside and you don't fix your internal, and you don't have that self-love, it doesn't matter what you do in this life, you will always find yourself unhappy. You will always find fault within yourself. And then sometimes, sometimes not everybody can have a straight nose. I'm just giving you an example of things that people try to fix. Don't fix what is not broken. Your nose, you don't straight. Just leave your nose. You are able to breathe through your nostril. Why are you trying to fix something? You understand? You don't born with thick lips. Don't try and do all these things. Sometimes we do all these things to ourselves, and then you are destroying yourself. You are destroying your physical beauty outside by enhancing and doing all these things. Just love yourself. Self-acceptance and self-love is the best thing. And that is something I want for all of you. And I want to say a big thank you for all those of you who stopped by the live streaming today. Thank you all for your love and support. And with that being said, I'm gonna love you and leave you, because I do not want to bore you too much. And I will continue this conversation Friday, where I will go a little bit more in depth of what self-love means to me. And I hope that it will help someone. If you know this live streaming will be beneficial or helpful to someone, please share it with them. And so at least they can be on the road of self-acceptance and self-love. Thank you all for stopping by today. And always remember that self-love is the best love. And I'll see you all in my next live streaming. Always be good to yourself, love yourself unconditionally, and always be you. Love every bit of you. Until next time, bye.